What's up, family? How y'all doing? Maya's coming on soon. She's taking her time. Just slow down. Yeah. How y'all doing? Welcome to Max of Maya's Monday. We are back, of course, and y'all come on in, join us, and please share at this time. You good now?
Hi. Yep.
Now I'm directly in your background. Or it's any sudden move I have, people going to have
Right.
whatever.
How you doing, Pastor Nick?
I am okay. It is Monday.
Yeah,
It is Monday. It feels like a Monday today.
it does, and it's rainy.
Yeah,
It's just
I was
one of
like,
those days.
I know. Some days I'm like, Maya, can you come in on Tuesday? Sometimes I just gotta be faithful,
I
it's
will
okay.
always follow your lead. So,
I know, I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure you don't mind. I'm totally sure you don't mind. Um, so y'all come on and share, uh, and let's rock and roll. We got shorter times because I got to be with my kids and everything like that. So how you doing, Maya?
I'm doing good.
Anything we need to
Th-
share with the
th-
people before we get started?
no.
Jesus. Well,
God is good, greatly
yes,
to be
he is.
praised.
Yes, he is. Y'all, I've been trying to get Maya to, hey, Lucretia, to sing with the group, but she's being rebellious. They need a soprano. So
I really don't think that I'm a soprano.
I think Emerge can use, you can use a soprano every now and then. What are you, a soprano alto? Or you're
I
like a
don't
contra?
know.
You're a contra?
What's between a soprano and an alto?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but that's what
But
I am.
but you may be able to do. I wish Bishop was here. He can tell you. You need to do first
No.
alto, second alto, third alto. I know they got first tenor, second tenor, third tenor, and bass, and yeah.
I've heard you sing too, Pastor Nick, and you have a very nice singing voice.
I have a great choir voice.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure
Yeah,
they could use some more tenors.
not individual. When they rehearse, I got class and all that good
I
stuff.
oh
So,
yeah, that's when I have social media too.
oh, you're a liar.
I'm not lying. It's a truth.
Yeah, right, whatever. What's up, yo? Hey, Vanessa, how you doing? What's up? Whoever
Hi.
Facebook user is. Um, hey, Lucretia. What's up, Barbara? Hey, Denise. Y'all come on and share so we can get rock started. Don't forget. Oh, this Sunday, a wave announcement. It is Super Bowl Sunday.
Hmm.
So 10 times better women is starting a half hour early. Caroline, what's up? Um, uh, Starting a half hour early. The video will play at five. Well, discussion will start at 5. Video at 5:30. Post
Hmm.
discussion at 6. The game starts around 6:30. So we are out. So just for this Sunday, we're starting a half hour early. We can watch the Super Bowl. So y'all come on in and join us
I
this
just
Sunday.
wanted to give a shout out to my favorite Pastor Smith, who's Facebook user. That's who Facebook user is.
Oh, if we call her, ask her to pray for you. We need something.
I'm sure she would do it.
Hey, see if her prayer works. See if it works. Uh, um,
Also, Bishop mentioned yesterday the COVID-19 vaccination
yes,
and testing
testing. Mhm.
on the 26th, right?
Yep, that's a Saturday from 10 to
Hmm.
2. And yeah, so you can get your first shot, your second shot, your booster shot,
Hmm.
or just come and get tested. And we'll have more information for you for that. Um, Something I just forgot. Is rain outside again?
It was
I
raining
don't know.
when I came in here.
What was it? What was it? Dang, I forgot now. Oh well, it'll come back to me.
40 will do that to you.
And you're almost there.
I know.
I know. Oh, we got fresh this Friday, right?
Yep. Hmm.
Okay. All right. Cool. Um, Join us for Fresh Friday this Friday. You want a Bible study? You watch it this week. It's going to be a tight one. It's going to be a tight one. Ooh, if it goes the way I think it might, it's going to be a tight one. But God's going to be good to us as He always is. If you need your statements, your giving statements, you can go to our website and scroll down to the bottom, and there's a option there for you to get your statements. You can still click on it, send an email, and they'll shoot it over to you.
Yeah.
Something I didn't say, I forgot. I don't know. Oh, anyway. So last week we were talking about imposter syndrome and the false self. Something that Will Smith said, I think it was last year or 2 years ago. I don't know. It feels like we've been in the code for like 5 years.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my God. It feels like forever.
I keep saying we've been 3 years in.
It's only been 2.
And it's only been 2.
Like, Jesus. I know people are acting like everything's going back to normal. They're like, whatever. But you still got 4,000 people dying a day.
Crazy.
And you about 30, that's over 100,000 people a month. I know we have to eventually live with it, but
not yet.
That's a high number, y'all. That's
Yeah.
a really high number.
We're not there yet.
100,000 people a month is high. People die from the regular flu, but before the pandemic, it was about $60,000 to $80,000 people per year.
Mm-hmm.
You got that many people dying in a month, you know. And I was watching something yesterday, some service, and people in there, no masks on, packed. I mean, thousands of people in there. I'm like, whew.
Yeah.
But hopefully, the numbers are going down with Omicron. If we don't get another wave, another variant, hopefully we can open soon. I'm ready for in-person worship.
Me too.
I've been ready for it. I miss it. The way we're used to regular in-person worship,
Mm-hmm.
But anywho, Will Smith basically said, you can't out succeed your insecurities, your wounds, and your pain. And he was talking about how, I guess his early experience when he first became successful, and all this stuff and making all this movies, millions of dollars, and he's very open about the mistakes he's made. And when he said that, it's so true. You cannot out succeed your pain and your wounds. They follow you. Now you're just a wealthy person with a lot of pain.
Yeah.
You're a social media famous with a whole lot of pain, or you're real famous. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say real famous for social media.
Oh, goodness.
Put this way, you actually know you're more in a more general scope. You're more famous than social media, like TV and stuff. But I think sometimes we get this false self where we start to become our successes rather than having them.
Mm.
And there's a huge difference where sometimes it's like me, I'll take me. I may be a pastor and a leader, and it may be who I am to a great degree, but it's not all of who I am. Because when I go home, I'm not a pastor. I'm me, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm me. And sometimes I know preachers that are like this. How can I say this nicely? They don't have an awareness of themselves outside of their calling.
Mm.
So their calling becomes everything to them. They become their gift rather than being a person who has a gift.
Mm-hmm.
The gift isn't flawed. The vessel is. The gift doesn't get tired. The vessel does get tired.
Mm-hmm.
And the mistake that people make, whether it's, owning the business, being called to preach, especially social media, because you can become what you act like online. That creates a false self, and we end up becoming somebody that we're really not.
Yeah.
And we're perpetrating the fraud. There it is. We're perpetrating the fraud to try to compensate for who we really aren't, only to be disappointed when the real you's still there and it comes out and smacks you in your face. You haven't changed.
Mm-hmm.
You're still this broken, hurt person with all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And I said all that to say that God doesn't want us to try to out succeed our wounds. He wants us to learn to heal from those wounds so we can get through them. And I'm not saying we're all going to have issues till we go to heaven. But the whole premise is that God wants us to not live a false self, but live a true self. If you're crazy, Lord, I'm crazy, I need you.
Gotta own it.
Right. If I'm jealous, Lord, I'm jealous, I need help. If I'm unforgiving, I need help. If I'm moody, I need help. If this hurts like hell, I'm sorry, y'all. If it hurts like hell, it hurts like hell. I'm in pain. It just is. Be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Deliverance doesn't come by living false. It comes by admitting who you are. Like Jacob, I'm Jacob. Like Isaiah, I'm a man of unclean lips. Change comes when you start being real with yourself, because trying to live a fake life, as Vanessa just said, can be very exhausting. Now, I'm gonna say this last point. I promise I'm done. It does not mean that you go around and show everybody the worst of you. You got to wear a mask sometimes. Just know that you're not your mask, but you got to wear it when you go to work, because you can't go there crying and taking out the worst. Everybody can't see what's wrong with you. You got to wear a mask sometimes. The thing is, learn the difference between I got to wear it in this moment, but I need to take it off when I'm out of this context. All right. I said a lot. Sorry.
Yeah. And I think it's important, and it's so true. I think sometimes we struggle with setting boundaries of, okay, yes, I might have to present this way, but I owe it to myself to just relax when I get home, right? And then the same thing vice versa. But yeah, I mean, on a social media standpoint, people expect you to be as you are on there 100% of the time. And it's very easy to get trapped into that thinking, okay, I have to do that all the time. I have to wear pink all the time, or, whatever. But yeah, it's hard, especially when you start getting recognition from it. And then it just fuels things. So then I guess my question is, how do you separate the two? And what is really the issue if you're seeking that attention and that's validating you in a way?
Well, I'll say it like this. The only way I can describe it is this. To me, it's like trying to fill a well with no bottom. It's like the more you pour into it, you got to keep pouring into it with the hopes that one day it's going to fill me up. So the validation feels good in the moment. Problem is, you get addicted to the validation. Then you need more. Then you need more. Then you need more. And then you end up becoming the image you want to present. If I can say it like that. But it's really not who you are. And social media is so easy to get caught up into that vortex of, affirmation. We shouldn't go to social media looking for affirmation. There it is. You don't go looking for it to fill your hole. Like trying to be nice, but people post a picture. Oh, serve, and you know how y'all women talk to each other. Oh, you serve.
What does that even mean?
You, I don't know. You giving it to us. Yeah. And everybody
Slay.
and slay. You comment. You went, oh, yes, I am. Thank you. Yes, I'm trying. And it's like, and I'm not saying that people, that we all need a form of affirmation some way. But is it valid affirmation when it's people you don't know, or people that would just say anything to make you feel better? You know what I'm saying? It's weird how we go to these things for affirmation and wonder why we get addicted to it. We feel some type of way from it. I think it's trying to fill a hole in us and trying to fill it in all the wrong places.
Yeah.
And I think that's the dilemma. But you can run from everybody else, but you can't run from God. You can't run from yourself. Your real you's gonna come out. It's gonna come, and in the middle of all of that stuff, you're still gonna walk away sad, mad, and frustrated because it's not giving you what you need.
Yeah.
And here's the problem: trying to fill that hole for pain. Hey, Ada, attention. Hey, Jameer, and whoever else, Kife and Sid and whoever else on this, because we were talking. Everybody, we were talking. Sorry. The problem with trying to fill that hole is this: it's like a bad rash. Guess what happens if you scratch it? You're going to want to scratch it some more. Hey, Alexander, right? If you're trying to fill that hole with praise and adoration, guess what you're going to need more praise and adoration. It instead of it making you better, it makes you worse.
Mm-hmm.
It literally makes you worse. It makes you want it more, crave it more, desire it more. That's why when people are attention hungry, you don't feed that side of them
Mm-hmm.
because it makes them worse if you feed it.
Yeah.
And if you know you're attention hungry, you can't put yourself in a position to constantly get the attention because what it makes you worse and then makes you more miserable, more frustrated, less than. So the very thing that you think is going to fix it is actually making it worse.
Yeah.
I hope I said that right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Carolyn said, it spreads into other areas of life. Finances, relationships.
Yeah. Because then you start getting aloof and irresponsible in these areas.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of saving your money, you start spending your money to increase your look because you think looks are going to increase your attention. I'm not saying don't wear nice stuff. I'm not saying that, or don't get your hair done. I buy nice things too, but I'm just saying it's the motive of it. And we get worse and worse and worse and worse trying to fill it with all the wrong stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody dating to feel so they won't feel lonely anymore. So they go from person. But they realize the loneliness can't be fixed by the person because it's deep rooted rather than I want some companionship because I'm by myself. It's I'm lonely because of X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry for you. It's like, hey, Anthony, what's up, man? But that long answer.
It's true. We have a lot of soul searching to do, as in terms of why do we need to seek that attention instead of looking for it in ourselves?
Yeah.
Or in God, rather.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Jelaine, how you doing? Hey, Sharon, and hey, Shirley. And I think that's the thing. Like when people we do Engage Live Time, when they'll ask why I do certain things, you often hear me go back to what's the root of it. What's the root of it? What's that thing, that helped create? Because it didn't come out of nowhere. God tells Adam, ask Eve, who told you? Like it comes from somewhere. And nobody told them they were naked. There was an awareness after sin that said something's not right here.
Mm-hmm.
Where did this thought process come from? And we're seeking it in all the wrong places. Happiness, fulfillment, all the wrong places. We wonder why we can't feel good because it's all the wrong places,
Yeah.
And but that's where that false self really kicks in. If you're gonna be real about yourself, at least be real. Go ahead.
It's like you do a recap of what you mean by false self.
The false self is, in short, again, I'm no expert on this, is where we create an image of ourselves that's false.
Mm-hmm.
And we live in that false self, even though we know it's not us. It's kind of the short answer. It's almost like, those Christians that are real super deep. Everything is praise the Lord, hallelujah. I heard from God every 2 minutes. The Lord told me, the Lord spoke to me. And they are like super deep. Can't even have a regular conversation with them because everything is God, the scriptures. Usually they're running for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
There's something in them that they have a lot of guilt and shame about. So they have to project this image of I'm super saved. I'm totally fine. I'm in this place with God that y'all not in. They kind of give you that vibes.
Yeah.
But then when you really get to know them, you're like, you ain't that saved? Like, where'd this come from? It's because it's a show. And they're hoping that this image they project, they'll become it if they keep acting like it, when they're really just fronting.
Mm.
You don't put old wines on new wineskins or old wineskins. Something's got to change internally.
Mm-hmm.
Change is inside out. That's real change.
Yeah.
Because again, it comes out. And most deep people I know are liars. And they're manipulative. And they're conniving. And they use God to justify their manipulation and their conniving ways.
That doesn't even make sense. Wow. I think go ahead. What Creator said was true too. Like we were putting that front up instead of addressing with the, like, if you're really depressed, it's hard sometimes to take ownership of that and then just seek help.
Yeah, but it's, be honest, yo.
It's okay.
Right, it's okay. Something we're going to talk about Wednesday. Oh God, I hope this works out right. Being human means that you're going to live a life with struggles in it. I know that sounds so plain and simple, but as Christians, we're like, I'm not supposed to struggle. If I struggle with this, something's wrong with me. If I battle with this, something's wrong with me. Yes, something may be wrong to a certain degree, but guess what? We're born in sin, shaping in iniquity. We're born, we come out with the proclivity to sin.
Yeah.
And God gives an option. Choose me, choose sin. And it creates a struggle. A part of this walk is choices create struggles. Options create warfare in us. We get caught up in, oh my God, I'm battling with stress, or I'm battling with anxiety, or I'm battling with depression, or I'm battling with this sin. The issue is not necessarily the battle as much as about what I do with that battle. And it takes nothing away from you to acknowledge, yo, this hurts, or I battle with this. So let me get help. Because the first step for help is acknowledgement and going to get it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with getting help, And Sid brings up something, especially in our community, Black community, we never want to admit, anxiety, depression, just pray. Because that's right. If you feel hopeless, you're sinning. You don't trust God. We're reductionist, and we reduce it to just trust God. And it's like, I am trusting God, but I'm having a hard time. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry.
We don't want to appear that we're weak, and I think there's that idea of being perfect, whatever that means. But I mean, if life was meant to be perfect, then we wouldn't need to have Jesus. So I think it's okay to say, yes, Jesus walks with me. Everything's gonna be okay, but I still need help through the process.
Yeah, I mean, Jeremiah battled with depression, some form. Paul battled with anxiety. I mean, like let's read the Bible for what it is, y'all. Let's stop reading it like, how can I say this? Again, this reductionist kind of thought process that fits a narrative that we never have any battles. But every major biblical character they were battling with something. I mean, you see anxiety, you see depression, you see hallucinations, you see stuff like they're there. Not saying that they're okay, but it's just knowing that, getting help is okay. Please finish reading through Jeremiah. It's a wonderful book to read. It's reading it for what it is cool. I mean, even Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane had a panic attack. We act like, oh, he was God, so he didn't feel it like that. No, he was also a human being too. So he felt the emotional pain of the experience. When you actually look up the Greek wording and how they do it, he literally had a full-blown either panic attack or anxiety attack. It was just there.
Rightfully so. With everything going on, it made sense.
Like, come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, he's the Son of God, so it's easier for him to say, well, not my will, but your will be done, and kind of manage it better because he didn't have no sin in him. But, let's read the Bible for what it is, y'all. Don't skirt around the stuff that we don't want to admit to. So, I mean, if you can go to the doctor for your body, you can go to the doctor for your health and your emotions if you need to. Not everybody doesn't need it like that, but some people need help.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm rambling a lot. Go ahead, Maya. I gotta get off soon.
That was
good. Because we're talking about possibilities, but we gotta kind of get to.
Well, I mean, just thinking about that concept, I am possible. We can't live that out until we address and recognize all the things that are holding us back from being possible.
Yeah. 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 And I mean, it takes growth is challenging. Change is challenging. Maturing is challenging. We got to stop acting like it's easy, but just change. Well, if it was that easy, I would have been did it. You know, like, are you serious? Like, if it was easy for me just to be, you know, whatever, I'd have been. Sometimes you gotta learn to fight back to be happy. Fight back to have joy. Fight to have peace. You know, we rest in God, but sometimes you got to push back against those voices.
Yeah.
Acknowledge those voices of insecurity, fear, pain, and then work through the power of prayer, the word, to overcome those things. If you're feeling waking up especially sad for some strange reason, you got to learn to work through that. You know, you battle with insecurities and defenses. You got to learn to work through that. And sometimes you get tired of fighting. But you got to learn to push back when it pushes you. Don't, you know, because if you don't, it'll bully you into submission. And again,
it's okay to be honest.
It's right. But acknowledge it doesn't mean don't change. Acknowledge it, make the change. Like there are days where I'm a little more sensitive than others. I don't know. I know some of y'all strong every day, but there are some days where I got to remind myself, okay, you're a little sensitive today. Your patience isn't the same. You know, your feelings may get hurt a little easier today. Be aware of that and learn to overcome that and conquer that feeling because it's real. And I don't know about y'all, but I have my moments where I have those days like that. You know, where it's just not emotionally, we're not clicking like we should. Yeah. Some days you walk out like you're strong as an ox. The next day you're light as a feather. It's just, you know what I mean? Nothing bothers you. Just pow, 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 knocking everything off. And then the other days, somebody just, and you, oh.
Yeah, I've had those days too.
Soft as Charmin. But it's awareness, self-awareness.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I hate like when we like someone might ask you how you're doing. I'm like, oh, I'm okay. All's good. Then inside, like you really know, like this is just not my day. And I think it's okay to be honest, even when having that conversation. You know what? This just isn't my day.
Yeah. And some
it's
people
okay to say that. Yeah.
Some no, some people yes. Like there are plenty of times I'm on camera and people are like, how you feeling? I'm like, oh, I'm getting through. You know, I'm all right. And inside I'm like, oh God. Not lying, but just right now I'm cool in the moment, but it's just like, you know, you can't share it with everybody. But there are some people you can be honest with and they say, you know,
right, those people.
Like today, pray for me. You know? But that's the thing. You're right, Shirley. Famous people, money, success, and stuff. Again, like we said earlier when we started, you cannot out-succeed your pain and your wounds. You cannot do it. You can't do it. So, anywho, I got to go too. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night for
Diamonds Women's Ministry.
Diamonds. I almost thought today was Tuesday. Diamonds Women's Ministry tomorrow at 7. We have Bible study, of course, on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Thursday.
Sound Mind.
Sound Mind Band on Thursday. And then Friday, got a busy week. And Fresh Friday this Friday.
A lot going on.
Yeah. Well, it's true. This is the way the week came. Fresh Friday this Friday. And then Saturday, of course, on point. And don't forget Sunday service. And then we're moving 10 times better, a half hour up this Sunday. So we can watch Super Bowl.
So everything starts at 5.
Yes.
From there. Yep.
Yes. If you missed communion last night, go back and watch it. Partake in the Lord's Supper. And we're trusting and believing that God's going to move in your life. And we'll see y'all later. Join us again next Monday at 12 o'clock for Maximizing Mondays with Maya. And I am Pastor Nick. See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.